To be perfectly honest, I'm sick and tired of hearing about Nipsey Hussle. The man is dead. He's dead. He's gone. Leave him alone. Let the man rest in peace if he's resting in peace. Now, I watched an interview on Vlad TV, and I made a comment and I said that I was going to stop watching Vlad TV because every time I click on one of his videos, one of the first things he's always asking or questioning is about Nipsey Hussle. There's people that's capitalizing off of the death of Nipsey Hussle because people nowadays, millennials, are so conditioned that the only thing they want to talk about is people that died, criminals that died, that got killed. Now, you see the article, attorney for Nipsey Hussle's alleged killer quits. Now, I had a feeling or somewhat of an idea. When I first heard about this, I had an idea on why he quit. And of course, it's because of all of the faceless internet trolls that make threats. Now, he's in California. California have a different game, so it's hard for him to really know what threats are real, especially if he's living in a state, where gang violence is glorified. Now, the article reads, Chris Darden, who was a part of the prosecution team in O.J. Simpson in 1993 double murder trial, has called it quits. The infamous lawyer is no longer representing Eric Holder, the 29-year-old suspect accused of killing Nipsey Hussle. According to TMZ, he filed a motion to withdraw as Eric's defense attorney and appeared as his attorney for the last time at a Friday, May 10th hearing in Los Angeles Superior Court. Attorney Darden said he's received a number of death threats since taking Holder's case, telling TMZ it's the same old thing like in 1995, except this time folks are upset, saying I shouldn't represent a probable mental ill African American man who's charged with murder. I've received threats. My family, my children have been harassed and threatened, and it's really outrageous, and I'm really kind of sick of it. Now, I understand where the man's coming from, especially if his children and his family is being harassed and threatened and attacked. See, this makes a person want to go on a shooting spree. This makes people not like black people. Now, I'm sure if this was a white attorney, he would not have these problems. The white attorney will not have these problems. And this is what I think. You always hear of black people talking about they want to get a black attorney to represent them when they're caught red-handed with drugs, murder, or doing some type of crime. They're caught red-handed. But they want to get a black attorney to represent them, to get their criminal behind out of trouble. And there are black people that have committed crime. The evidence was there. and had an attorney to get them out of trouble. But yet, because your feelings are in the way, and because this man is representing Nipsey Hussle, now he and his family gets threats. And black people feel that this black man, this black attorney, should not represent Eric Holder. If anything, you'd want this black attorney to represent Eric Holder. And if this black attorney get Eric Holder off the case, if he frees this dude, then that's your opportunity to get back at him. Once Eric is back on the streets, then it's open season. You would think that's how they think. Because the only way you can get him behind bars is if you have connections behind bars, or if somebody behind bars put him to death. But I'm sure because of the fact that he's a high profile, this is a high profile case, they will protect him inside. So I really don't know much about prison because I've never been there before. But you would think they want Eric Holder back on the streets so that they can get him like he got Nipsey Hussle. So it says, I don't know when people are going to realize that I'm already battle tested. He continued, I don't play that. I doesn't, and I'm sure it meant it doesn't interfere with what I do. I continue to practice law and represent clients to the best of my ability. But you have these people that are saying these things are really creating security issues for me and my family. Nobody can bully me. I'm a lawyer sworn to uphold the Constitution. That's what I do every day. And included in the Constitution is the 6th Amendment, the right of every man charged with a crime, the counsel of his choice. He concluded his interview saying he wished people turned their attention to gun violence, illegal gun violence, instead of intimidating him. Darden added in a statement, just as they were in 1995, cowards never change. These days, these cowards don't send letters. Instead, they sit anonymously behind keyboards, threatening a man's mother and children. To those who issued those threats to my children, please pay close attention so that there's no misunderstanding. Later, F you. And then it says, Eric is accused of murdering Nipsey Hussle outside his Marathon clothing store on March 31st. The 29-year-old murder suspect was charged with 1 count of first-degree murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and 1 count of possessing a firearm by a felon. He entered a not guilty plea last month. But again, I agree with this dude, man. I mean, he's doing his job. He's a defense attorney. And there's a lot of black folks that's walking the street that actually committed crimes. And they got off that crime with an attorney. Now, what I think is, I think that black attorneys should stop representing black people that commit certain crimes. If you're a gangbanger, a drug dealer, a murderer, don't represent you. Represent white people. There's more money in the white community. So you will do better representing white people or other people. Take your skills and talent to someone else and leave black folks alone. Because if this was a white attorney, that white attorney would not get the threats that this man is getting. Black people fear white people. So if it was a white attorney, the white attorney, his mother, his family, his children would not be threatened like that. But because of the fact that this is a black attorney, black people threaten him. And they're cowards because they hide behind a ghost account on the internet. They hide behind keyboards. If you're a real man, show yourself. Show that you're not a punk. But instead, they hide behind, keyboards and computer screens and talk a lot of junk. See, myself personally, I stay armed. I'm locked and loaded all the time. And my mindset is one shot, one kill. That's the mindset I had in the military. That's the mindset I have now. So when people make threats and comments towards me, every now and then I may respond, but in most cases, I'll delete them and I'll block them. I don't even respond. I would not even feed them my energy. But because this attorney lives in LA, and I don't know if this man is in the hood or not, but he feared for the life of his family, his children, right? And it's sad that black people have to be exempt. We just can't be free to exercise our rights. And see, black people, they want you to fall into that self-pity, victimization mentality, thinking you have no rights. But then when you have a defense attorney that can help another black man, even though you may not agree with that black man, now y'all want to make threats towards this man and his family, telling him what he should and should not do.